Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/Surviving Infidelity, where OP transforms into a Giga Chad. Let's begin. My friends are still hanging out with my ex-girlfriend, and it's making my life awful. Posted by Reddit user Peter Diller.
1 year ago, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend after she decided that the news of my grandfather dying wasn't worth canceling her Twitch stream for, among various other issues related to emotional neglect. I got the call after work, so I drove to the house we shared, came into the room where we shared an office setup, told her what was going on, and she said, "I'm sorry, but I'm about to stream. You need to leave the room." I've told my friend group why I broke up with her, but despite that they still talk to her and hang out with her occasionally, and it's triggering for me for lack of a better word. It hurts my feelings that my friends would still talk to someone who hurt me. I've gone to therapy, tried changing up my life, started dating again to move on with my life. But the fact that my close friends still communicate with her seems to impede any progress I've tried to make. On one hand, I want to tell them, you shouldn't hang out with her if you care about me, but that doesn't feel fair to them. But I also didn't ask for my ex-girlfriend to treat me the way she did. Those were her choices, and my friends saw the pain I was going through at the time. On the other hand, I believe that she's told them a much different story about how it went down. I've heard she's saying I cheated on her, and I can understand how hard that would make it to pick a side, so I do at least appreciate them staying neutral. What should I do? I want to be fair to my friends, but I also don't like the idea of someone like her keeping my friends, especially after what she did. TLDR, my friend group still hangs out with my shitty ex-girlfriend, and it feels very triggering for me. I'm not sure if it's my place to say they shouldn't hang out with her.
OP, I 100% agree that you ended the relationship, but unfortunately, you can't really expect your friends to end their friendship with her. Obviously, they're a bunch of simps that will do anything just for a chance at some hoe's pussy. OP, if you think that she lied when she told her version of the breakup, then you need to share what really happened with every family and mutual friends that you have. Clearly, you have outgrown that friend group. Get some better friends and move on. And now for today's second story. I feel as though my girlfriend cheated, but she claims what she did is normal. Posted by Reddit user ThrowRA. Is this norm?
My girlfriend and I have been dating for 2 years, and it have been great until this event. We are pretty much opposites. She is a party girl for lack of a better term, and I'm more introverted.
Red flag!
This hasn't ever been a major issue in our relationship. I only mention it because my girlfriend is way more into the club and party scene than I am, so it's possible that this particular thing is normal in her social circle. This past weekend, my girlfriend and a group of her friends, a mix of guys and girls, went out clubbing. I don't usually go with her because I have sensory issues and get overwhelmed by loud noises, but I always encourage her to have fun. She stayed out a little later than usual. She usually is home by midnight and always texts me to update me throughout the night, as I do like to hear that she is having fun. Around 1 a.m. I hadn't received a text from her and let her know I was heading to bed. Well, sometime in the middle of the night around 2 to 3, I received a snap from one of her guy friends with the caption like, "Damn, your girl is a freak," along with a video of someone pouring alcohol down another girl's chest and my girlfriend drinking it.
Is that also a red flag?
Crimson.
That part was harmless fun. I'm not gonna get mad over it. What happened next was my girlfriend proceeded to pull down the woman's top and play with her breasts and lick them. Sorry, I'm trying not to be too graphic. I was confused but did have enough sense to save the video. I confronted my girlfriend the day after, as I knew she would be hungover, and her reaction was to call me a baby. She claims what she did wasn't cheating and that kind of thing is normal between girls, and went on to say she doesn't even like girls like that. The thing is, I absolutely consider what she did cheating, but her and even some of her other friends insist this is just something that girls do when they're partying, so I shouldn't take it so serious. So my question is this actually a normal thing that girls do when they party? TLDR, girlfriend of 2 years did something sexual with a girl at a club, insists it's normal and wasn't cheating.
In her defense, OP, that is 100% normal behavior for a cheating hoe. Obviously, OP, you're her simp, so I have no doubt that you would believe her gaslighting. Look man, if you want to truly be happy with your life, the first lesson you should learn is to stop tolerating these behaviors from women. Unfortunately for you, an iron spine is required, the very thing that you clearly lack, so good luck with that. And now for today's final story. Surviving Infidelity for Men, posted by Reddit user RC3500.
I wanted to make this post for the guy who just seen that text message, for the guy that just found out, to the guy who hasn't ate or slept in days or weeks, for the guy who even after she cheated, you still love and would take her back. I was this guy in August. My world had turned upside down. My wife of 4 years, mother of my 2 children, cheated, and to make matters worse, was wanting to leave me for the affair. Here is what I want you to know. There is nothing you could have done to prevent it. She's making the mistake and she will realize it. The key is building yourself back up so that when that day comes, you can react accordingly. Whether you want her back or not, there is one simple, but not so simple trick to having it all go your way. And when I say go your way, I mean take you out of depression and back into an optimistic approach of life. Once you get there, the rest is cake. It's amazing to me because I've seen this work like clockwork. And even for me, what you need to do is go cold. Start telling yourself you don't care, even before your heart and mind believes it. Nothing moves a cheating woman more than a man not giving her emotion, not giving her the satisfaction of getting you upset, of being able to play on your emotions. It will be tough, and in the beginning you would be going against yourself to do it. However, you will see a payoff the very first time you can execute this. A wise man told me, in situations like that, the person who gives the least fucks usually has control. And I didn't get it, but it wasn't until I went cold that I started to realize it. When I found out, I begged and pleaded with her every day for a month, until finally it stopped. We have kids, and a therapist told us that I should move out, but continue to be a father at our house. Meaning, when she would go out, I would stay home with the kids, and when I was gone, she was home with them. So they wouldn't feel a huge drop-off. I usually would sit there in agony, watching her get all cute to go out, and we would at the very least argue anytime she went out. Until one day, I didn't. I was pleasant with her, pretty much treated it as if I was babysitting for a friend. The worry in her face as she walked out the house was the first confirmation that it worked. Fast forward weeks down the line, I started to be genuinely okay with everything that was happening. We were splitting up, she was seemingly about to go be with her affair partner. I wouldn't fight with her, bring up the situation at all. When I was in her presence it was about the kids. Until one day, same routine. I needed to be at the house by 11 p.m. because she was going out with dude that night. So I show up. She asks me how she looks, and I told her she looks great and to have fun. Don't worry about the kids. And that she was free until 3 p.m. the following day, hinting to her that she would even stay overnight if she wanted to. She again paused, kinda slowly walked to her car. I stay up and talk to a friend of mine until about 2 a.m. My phone starts getting text messages like crazy. It's her. The first message reads, "Are you and the kids okay?" which had never happened. Then the next message is, "Please can we talk when I get back?" which I ignore. She comes back at about 5 a.m. which I was dead asleep when she came. I get up, start my truck, and am headed back to my grandmother's house, which is where I was staying at the time. Before I could close my truck door, she's at my passenger side, bawling her eyes out. I roll my window down, and she asks if she can please get 10 minutes of my time. So I allow her to get in, where she pretty much starts telling me how for the past month, the same amount of time I stopped showing my emotions to her, she's heavily regretted everything. And that if I would just give her another chance, she would go over and beyond to try to earn my trust back. I politely declined. However, this day happened months ago and I'm still riding that feeling I had driving off. If you need help, just think about what she did. Not sure how healthy it is, but that's what gave me strength. The idea that you're sucking and fucking another guy. As much as it used to hurt, it became fuel to treat her like what she was, another man's pleasure. Mini update. Right, from her words, her realizing that she had lost me made her see it wasn't worth it at all. She opened up to me when her and affair partner were done. And I told her I believe it's because it wasn't being done on me, if that makes sense. That relationship was only what it was because you were sneaking and cheating. Once I step aside and let you have at it, now you are incompatible. Now you're noticing red flags about each other. Which isn't my problem, lol. And yeah, we have kids together so we talk often. It's weird but me and her are cool. I completely got over that shit. I'm actually thankful for that whole experience. On top of learning that betrayal is only present where trust was, I also learned I'm a desirable man in my city, lol. I'd still give her the shirt off my back, but she can't have this lil all heart of mine anymore. And she hates it, lol.
To all the young lads still listening right now, let your creepy Uncle PattSun give you some valuable life advice. The greatest power a man has over any woman is the ability to say no and to walk away. Far too often than not, we forget about that because a lot of the men today has this false mindset that he can't let go or he has to marry the chick that wants to have sex with him because he may not get another chance. If you actually believe that, then you're a fucking donut. It's men like that that end up being simps, getting cheated on, and raising another man's children. Stop being okay with just being okay. You must be the best version of yourself at all times. Always keep improving. If you're just some fat loser that works a dead-end job that you hate, and you're okay with that, then prepare for a miserable life. Prepare to be married to a cheater, to a woman who has no respect for you, and to have children that don't look up to you. Now, I'm not saying that living an average life is bad. That is not what I'm saying at all. My point is that if you're not happy with your job, with the money that you make, with the beer belly that you currently have, the house that you currently live in, or the car that you drive, and most importantly, are you happy with the life that you're trying to build for yourself and your family? If the answer is no, then you're obviously not doing your best. And if you're not the best version of yourself, you won't have the ability to say no and walk away. So if you ever felt betrayed, if you ever felt used, if you ever felt alone, go use that anger, that sadness, that frustration to kill it in the gym, at work, at school, at your business, or whatever it is that you're currently doing with your life so that you can be the best man you can be. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.